Initially the sky was clear, but within a matter of minutes, this looming fog bank cut my picture into thirds. And while it did make for quite a dramatic moment, the fog soon won over and it became quite grey as we moved into the morning. What this meant was that the wind was beginning to blow, and the gannets really relished this. There was much flapping and leaping around on the floor of Malchas. The behavior amongst the birds reflected their mood, and there was all this ridiculous sky pointing, which became infectious. And before long, the sound was almost unbearable to the ear. By 8 o'clock, the fog had moved in with some volume, and the wind had picked up to about 10-15 knots. Looking back over the island itself, you just had to seek out the high points, and the early risers were already taking off to go feeding. As more and more took off, there seemed to be a state of urgency, and the other birds felt the pressure. Every now and again there was an abortive takeoff. Eventually quite a few birds taking to the air. Before long the whole sky was full of gannets. Circling the nesting colony seemed to be the way to go, and then they would head off in different directions out to sea to hunt for pilchard or more recently hake. There was always a gallery of juveniles desperately flapping, wannabe flyers, and clumsily gawking at each other to see how the competition was doing. I must say they look pretty adept, and I think it'll be a matter of a day or two before we see these birds in the air. There's always the slackers, and one or two of the juveniles just overslept.